toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and bring it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Nebraska's offense will start this game off. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. This Husker running attack will hit you from all angles. You never know who's going to get it next.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing that hat game on the stadium jumbotron. Like, where's the ball underneath which hat that's going to move around? Always a lot of deception with this Cornhusker offense.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To the ground with the back. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. The Cornhuskers in the hurry up. They'll try to run for it. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. So Iowa's offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Takes the handoff. It's Patterson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking to pass, it's Baker. Throws to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
The sure hands, it's Mills. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Huskers will hustle to the line. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Using his legs, it's Hansen. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Motion from the back. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Huskers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Twin receivers on both sides of the field at 2nd and 4. Under fire. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Nebraska. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Dean. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Pulls it in, it's Parker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They run the reverse. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. wants to grab. It's McMillan. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. As much a part as that big end on the headgear is a quarterback who can run the football.
I mean, just a staple. As far back as you want to go, every Cornhusker fan can name you a quarterback that can make plays with his feet. So many great teams to go back and recall from.
He'll keep it himself. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskers.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Virginia Tech picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Frank Beamer built there in Blacksburg, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 14 to Virginia. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Bring in the heat. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think...
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Cornhuskers want to crank the tempo. Run in the red zone, it's Hansen. Big time play by the defense, he'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, the inside kid. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Fullback's got it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and throw it up over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipate, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
No matter how many many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The give to the tailback. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Baker. Makes the catch. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Leaves it with the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The inside handoff. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Oh, they're after him. Grab near the marker. It's Mills. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That's caught. It's Mills. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a crease, it's Patterson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Baker. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good, solid tackle. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's moving out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's taking the shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll take another shot here. He's got it inside the 30. Here he goes. Touchdown, Iowa! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisiana is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about down on the Bayou for some time. They're up 14 over Washington State.
There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on third down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be fourth down. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Rush is on him. The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner will be brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Dropping back, it's Raiola. The short hands, it's Mills. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Send the tight end in motion. They'll leave it with him.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Run it with the fullback. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place just going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To throw, it's Baker. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Going to the ground. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap.
Oh, he's got some space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Off play action. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Baker. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, Nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try the run. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Hand off from the gun. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. The Huskers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? Turning it on! They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk point.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's a draw. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Hawkeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Give to the fullback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice. So touchdown, Hawkeye! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Vanderbilt is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 28 to Tennessee. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds his man. It's Nelson. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll go right back to it. Got the first down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll pull it on the read. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Iowa has the ball back on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want this team.
Wide open spaces. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Split backs here. Caught behind the line. It's Nelson. Breaks into the open. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing it accurate. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Fires to the middle. Can't hang on. Is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Quarterback on the keeper. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Back to pass, it's Baker. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Wants to pass it. Took a shot as he threw. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll fair catch this one in the snow. Got to make sure that you don't let that thing squirt through. Off the play fake on first down. With the catch, it's Nelson. Net had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Got it in the middle, it's Nelson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass was broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that, and I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. It's a reverse. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Looking left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for him.
The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Here's the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Huskers are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. On third down, he drops to throw. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Parker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bounce it off that right upright and through. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. From the gun, the ground game. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Surging forward on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll move the tight end. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Looking for room. It's Parker. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. It's Raiola. Finds his tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Huskers moving quickly to the line. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll move the wide receiver. The receiver on a jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air on second down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. They'll give it to the back. Picks up the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Give to the running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Baker. Under fire. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple. Throws for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David. Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Nelson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. They've got the screen set up. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Huskers want to move quickly.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
The Huskers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Quarterback on the keep. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There's a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score it.
Touchdown! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. The Cornhuskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he got that extra point through. No slipping on the snow. It was good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week to start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.